It's May 20th, 2012, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games. Yeah. I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I could hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned, you just cringing.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to episode 332 of Mods on Air, bringing you the weekend gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us, Welshy is back with us from somewhere.
Vancouver.
From Vancouver. How you doing, Welshy?
Honk. Hello. I'm alive. Just.
Yep. That's what I heard. How's that box?
It's pretty good.
Good,
I've got some holes in the top so I got ventilation now.
That's what she said.
We also have with us Stryder. How you doing today, Stryder?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, and we also have GameKat. Hi, GameKat.
Morning. Afternoon.
Morning. Yes, it is afternoon now. So, before we begin, let me remind you all that this show may contain some explicit language or adult themes. If that's going to bother you, run away and panic now. This show is being recorded before a live audience in case you want to be a part, and for the topics that we discuss, somebody's going to possibly throw URLs into the chat window. Maybe not. I don't know. It's up to them. And as for the other links that are posted, they could be very unhealthy for you and your family, so do not click on them. I don't know who's going to be able to post any kind of URLs in the chat window.
I'll try.
She's working on a PC about the size of this mug right now, so I just don't know if
it's
going to work.
It makes me want to hurt people.
Luckily, he has skinny little girlish fingers, and it works out for him. No, I don't know what he has. All right, so we have a lot of topics, a lot of interesting things to talk about today, and so I might as well just jump right into it, and I'm going to jump into starting with some hardware news coming out of Redmond, I guess they're from Windows. Microsoft says that Windows 8 is on the way, so yes, you should cower in fear, but that's besides the point, because if you're looking to get a new PC, Welshy, if you're looking to get that laptop or something, see if you can wait another week and a half, or 2 weeks. If you can wait 2 weeks, then when Windows 8 does come out, you only have to pay $15 for it.
How about I pay $0 and not upgrade to it?
That's also a very good option.
I kind of view
I like that one better.
Windows as being like Star Trek movies where every other one is good.
That's what I was going to say. It's Windows' track record has been every other second one is a piece of shit. And
it's because they make that
the
one,
subsequent
and the next one
fixes the shittiness of the previous one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Welshy and I have both actually fooled around with the beta version or the developer release version. I don't know which version it is, but one of those versions. I installed it virtually and fooled around with it, and I actually asked somebody in my office to come over and try to use it. And he got as far as what looks like a normal Windows desktop and couldn't go any further from that point. Because as you remember, we did an episode where we showed somebody video recorded his father playing on this Windows 8
Oh,
version.
yeah, and he couldn't find anything.
I did the exact same experiment with somebody who was probably 20 years younger and still couldn't figure it out. It's just, if you're not, I don't know, it's a stupid version of Windows, and Windows needs to do something to fix it or trash it. I'm not interested. $15 is too much. All right. I wonder what the price is to downgrade if you accidentally buy a Windows 8 computer.
If you accidentally buy it.
Yeah.
$350.
Oh my goodness, might as well. All right, into some gaming stuff. Let's keep away from the consoles today. Far Cry 3 has a new gameplay video trailer thing out there, and this one is going over the idea of fire. What is fire going to look like? Well, sorry for the volume.
Wow.
It's not so much the fact that we're looking at fire here in this video that entices me. I kind of like the idea that what we're watching here is some gameplay. And it's different from what I would expect from Far Cry, and it's almost like there's a real story, and something to do.
Well, that's kind of what they do with the Far Cry games. They focus more on the story.
What, you're telling me the one in Africa was all about a story? I don't remember much
Yeah,
of
it
the
was.
story.
You were like hunting that guy.
Yeah, it was a loose story. It was like, you go off and do this. This one I feel like you're involved with a character. Yeah, it was, right? GameKat knows. She played through almost the whole thing, or did you do the whole thing?
I think I did the whole thing, but I didn't get like every diamond secret that there was to get. And then I went back and tried, and I just couldn't take it a second time around. It was because there are like a million repetitive side missions.
What's with all the fire? I don't get the reason, like Morphus said, that there's 100 little fires. I mean, he's outside, there's no fire. And he kicks a door open and there's all these little fires inside.
The door was made of napalm.
Asbestos door.
But I mean, why aren't those vines burning? There's a fire right below them.
And what's wrong with the fire retardant system here? The sprinklers don't activate with fire?
It's a hut in the jungle.
Yes.
I don't think they've got fire codes.
They're on the second or third floor of this hut.
Oh, it's
Dude, he's
like
going to the third floor.
Swiss Family Robinson hut.
But it does seem a little more interesting. I'd like to find out more about it.
Anyone who didn't watch TV in the 70s just didn't get that at all.
I got it. And I wasn't even born in the 70s, and I got that.
Oh, he didn't slap her to calm her down. I thought that's what they did, too. Calm down, woman.
That's how you think you're supposed to calm someone down.
Isn't that how everybody in Jersey calms women down?
Yeah. There's no calming down a Jersey girl.
No.
Once she gets going, forget it. Just have to clear the path and hope you're not collateral damage.
All right.
She did.
So this is looking interesting. This game is supposed to be hitting shelves, hitting computers, PS3s, Xbox 360s on September 4th, and September 6th in Europe. Welshy, you're gonna get it with the rest of us.
Yeah.
I know. I won't be able to play it because this laptop will have,
Yeah.
gone nuclear by then. But
all right. Moving on to something else, we have some new things coming out of Epic's doors, and it is a bunch of screenshots showing off what's going on with the new Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine 4. At this point, I don't know. You can't say anything, but Unreal Engine 4 is going to be an upgrade, blah, blah, blah. It's going to have more of this and more of that. We all know it's going to have more of everything. What is it that we were going to be able to do with it that it's more of? Well, we're not going to be able to find out for a while. Right now, all we're going to be able to do is get some screenshots and perhaps later on see some videos of what's going on. All, predetermined, pre-scheduled, pre-scripted videos, of course, because they will show us what they want to show us. But one of the things that we can see here is a lot of tessellation, a lot of polygons going on in the world. Doesn't give us an idea of what that is going to be like in real gameplay. How many computers are going to be able to handle this? I don't know. And how many of these polygons are created by the video card, not necessarily by the game engine itself? I do not know, because if you remember, both AMD and NVIDIA have the ability to do its own type of tessellation. Yes, Ham, the demo ran off of a GTX 680. Is that the $1,000 video card? It might be. The one where you get a crowbar?
No, that was if you bought the super duper one.
Alright, so screenshots and screenshots of terrain and all kinds of whatever else. Yep, reflections. I don't see anything about refraction. Okay, so there's a bunch of screenshots, and yes, there's supposed to be a video somewhere. I didn't actually see the video. Do you know if the video's out there to watch? Anybody? Ham?
no,
Ham would know.
no idea.
Ham probably already saw it. Okay, yeah, he only read the article. All right. We want 10 times more power, says Tim Sweeney of Epic. And that's what they're shooting for out of this. Unreal Engine 4. Okay. It says you're going to need 13 GTX 680s to play it. No, it doesn't.
The thing that I don't get is we've seen, since Quake came out and since the Quake Engine 2 came out, we've seen probably at least a 10 times performance increase in graphics cards and GPUs and CPUs and the processing speed and the capacity of processing in general. Yet we've not really advanced our game engines. I mean, you look at Rage as a tech demo, but it didn't push anything as far as I was concerned, hardware-wise. They touted the mega texture thing, and it didn't work. Why can't we get a game engine that doesn't need a NASA computer to run it? So that the 1% of gamers are going to be able to utilize this engine to its fullest, and everybody else has to settle for a downgraded one. Work with the today's technology and maybe tomorrow's technology, not 5 years from now's technology, and provide a game engine that everybody can utilize with today's stuff. Stop making shit for the Xbox. That technology's 10 years old. That's what's holding us back.
Yeah. Well, there's no GTX 680 in there.
That'll be in the Xbox 720.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Another game. Another one that's out there that is. I gotta change windows here to this one and show off some Medal of Honor Warfighter. New Medal of Honor is being talked about. It's supposed to be coming out in October 26th, so before these games, on the consoles as well as on the PC. And this is. And it came along with a video, so let's see if I can get some video play going here for you. Let's skip past all these little headers. Oh yes, definitely. You must talk about MOH on Twitter, right? No. I'm skipping along because I'm looking for something that shows off the Medal of Honor game that we haven't seen. And I don't think you're going to find it. When was the last one that came out? Anybody happen to remember?
Came out right before Battlefield.
Bad Company 2, yeah.
No, it was after Bad Company 2. It was before.
Was it?
It ran on the Bad Company 2 engine downgraded. Because they took a lot of the features that were in Bad Company 2.
Well, the multiplayer did. The single player was on the Unreal Engine.
Ah, yes.
The single player was actually pretty good. For the most part.
I tried to wiki
No
it,
subtitle.
But it gave me the wrong Medal of Honor.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they've restarted the franchise, so they don't need to, because nobody's old enough that's going to play it to remember the old games anyway.
So it was Medal of Honor, Medal of Honor. Well, actually, no, a subtitle exactly. Yeah, that was last year. No, yeah, last year. 2 years ago, 2010. There it is. I'm confusing myself. So this Medal of Honor Warfighter is not only coming out for PC and the two major consoles, but it's also coming out for the Wii U.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant move.
Yeah, well, they tried this before with Vanguard. That was 2007. Yes, Ham, the Wii U. So I don't know what kind of updates you're going to actually be able to see with this engine. I don't even know if it's going to be the same game on the Wii. It just says that that's what it's coming out for here. I was never a huge fan of the Medal of Honor series. I think the last one I got was Pacific Assault. I may have
Pacific
gotten Airborne.
Insult.
Yeah.
The original ones were good. That's what World War II
So.
hype thing, because and then the Infinity Ward guys left EA and started their own thing, which spawned the Call of Duty engine and that whole
You're right, because the first
schmozzle.
The first Medal of Honor game came out in 1999, and it was the first Call of Duty game that came out in 2003. So it definitely it inspired that. Okay. All right, another game. Another game to talk about here is one called Dishonored. I don't know if anybody has heard of that one, because I think we mentioned it previously, and that's the only one.
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
This game's supposed to come out on October 12th on the consoles as well as on the PC, and it has a trailer to go along with it. And the trailer is very pre-rendered here. That's instead of just seeing a whole bunch of dark stuff, let's jump along and take note that it does. The pre-rendered stuff looks like it's nicely done. Now we're going to have futuristic stuff in what looks like a.
It's the one that looks just like Half-Life 2, isn't it?
Looks steampunk. I don't know what to say. There's cars riding on train tracks, yet there's robots walking around, and yeah. So in that sense, it does look like Half-Life. And it's all about this helmet that you get to wear, and I don't know what the helmet does for you, but that's what the game is kind of based around, this special mask that gives you special abilities. Now I think this is also supposed to have some references to Nazis, which is obvious.
Oh, we've got to throw in some Nazis.
Safety move.
Yeah.
Now this is Arcane Studios, published by Bethesda. Looks kind of interesting. I'd like to see some more gameplay and see what's going on with this. We're gonna find out soon. I'm surprised we haven't seen much more. I guess they're waiting for all the conferences, E3 packs, because this thing is due in August, September, October. Yep. Uh-oh.
Wonder if it's a choose-your-own-adventure kind of game geared more towards consoles, or if it's actually a playable, because it actually looks really nice. But
unfortunately, I just saw something that reminds me of another game. Kate, what was that game that you played? GameKat. The game that you were on. You played it on the console, even though it came out on the PC, where you had some sort of gun that could reverse time and forward time and.
Singularity.
There you go. Look, he's got the hand that glows, and if you didn't notice that, where was it? Where's that spot in here? No, I'm looking for the spot before he gets. Oh, right. He chases this guy in, and then he raises his hand. It glows, and time stops. Right? Isn't that like Singularity right there? He didn't reverse it, but.
Yeah, and the mechanism, but it looks really different.
Okay.
Like visually, it's very different style game for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I agree. All right. Yeah, I agree, Gamer. It does look kind of cool. I don't see any multiplayer that's coming with this. It's just going to be a single player. Okay. What else we got in the coffers here? We got
in the coffers.
Yes. Here's an interesting game.
Coffers are empty.
Kingdoms of Amalur. Project Copernicus. Okay, now this is a game that I apparently put it under the wrong number here. But will this play? All right, put together by 38 Studios. Now this game comes with a very interesting backstory. A backstory that takes place in Rhode Island, United States.
Home of the Griffin family.
Imagine that, yeah, well, they might as well have a Mayor West over there. Because what happened is, the Rhode Island governor, Lincoln Chafee, said there would be a deal go on with 38 Studios. Specifically this guy who is running 38 Studios. I think his name was Schilling. Okay? I'd have to confirm whether or not that music is distracting and too loud for me. Okay. So what goes on to happen? Yeah, Kurt Schilling, okay? So he goes over to the governor and says, listen, I want to start a game company and I want to make games, and look, I got all these ideas. So why don't you give me a little money? How about 75 million, perhaps? You know, of the taxpayer money to make this game, and in return, what I'll do is I will give you all these jobs. I will give jobs to these people to make this video game, and it'll be awesome for your whole economy. So, gosh darn it, give me your money. And Governor Lincoln said, "You got it. Here you go. Here's some money." The only way, you know what, this game's going to happen, $75 million, all these people are making this, are going to have jobs and make money, and there's no way that the taxpayer can lose. The only way the taxpayer can lose is, you know, if some miraculous way, after they spend all this $75 million, the company fails. And that's what happened. The company has failed, and Schilling turns around and says, we're out of money, and we need more. Can we have more taxpayer money, please?
How the hell did you spend $75 million?
If he needed taxpayer money, why did he pick the smallest state?
Obviously, they gave it to him, right?
Well, it's not the least populated, but
because the other 51 states were taken.
Well, I can't believe that they gave taxpayer money to a guy to make a video game. And how can we say that this company failed? Well, according to NPD Group, 400,000 copies have sold. 400,000 copies does not equate to $75 million. In other words, they finished the game and sold it. It just failed. Didn't figure that into the budget.
Well, you have to wonder if he's like, oh, I'm going to create all these loads and loads of jobs. Who did he hire? Just like random people off the street?
I don't know. Who said he even hired native people from Rhode Island?
Hmm.
Rhode Island is
so
small.
Was the game released then?
According to this, yes, it sold 410,000 copies. And it's just, you know, how can you go along and just, it's awful the way that government spending occurs and happens just like this. I could see something like this happening in New Jersey even. Just, oh yeah, here's a whole bunch of money. Don't tell anyone.
Well, no,
there's a whole bunch
Jersey,
of money.
it's
Make
worse.
a TV show called Jersey Shore.
Because New Jersey, they come and say, you know, I want to build my company here, and it's already a multi-billion-dollar company. Can I build it here? And the governor just doesn't return your phone call, so you end up building it in Pennsylvania, like my uncle did.
Right. That happens with some of the pharmaceutical companies, yeah.
So then all the jobs and money go to Pennsylvania.
So yeah, that's what happened with that. Talk about a nice Kickstarter.
Yeah. Jesus, $75 million?
Yeah.
For that, you could build a game studio on the moon.
And then we're going to pay it back with sales of the game. That's a huge amount of money. And yeah, as who said this gamer?
Ridiculous.
I don't remember any advertising. Maybe they only advertised it in Rhode Island. Okay.
I'm surprised that Family Guy hasn't made fun of this yet.
Right, you're right. Okay, another game we have here is one called Warface, Warface Online. They have a teaser out that goes along with this. This is lets players command and go head-to-head online with a conquest and versus modes and all the stuff that you can see in this trailer. Which actually, you know what, I'm watching this trailer and it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't look the greatest, but it doesn't look that bad either. Actually, what you're watching here on this Stickum video is probably low quality, so check it out if you take a look at the link itself. This is all about banding together and forming your own mercenary corp, so you can be part of, you know, that's what mercenaries don't do. They don't band together, do they?
Yeah.
Isn't that, I thought mercenaries were like lone guns for hire.
In the
Otherwise they
Wild
join the
West,
army.
maybe. No, now you got like full-on corporations and stuff that are mercenary groups.
Now this also reminds me of another game that I once played that was out and then just suddenly disappeared again. I wish I could remember what the name of that game was. Welshy, I'm sure you played a little bit of it too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, what the hell was that?
Was the word black in that? Like,
No, I know what you're on about there.
okay, there was another game out there that reminds me of this one, and I can't tell you.
I tried to play it, and all I could see was the skybox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that? No, I can't remember.
It was not a bad game. It was kind of interesting. It was a first-person shooter type team deathmatch kind of thing. So, but this reminds me of it because the mechanics, the look of this game is the same. So I kind of wonder, is it the same engine or developer, or you know, I don't know.
Oh no, this is the Crisis thing, isn't it?
Is it? Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't say in this little piece that I have here. It is CryEngine 3. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
And it was announced this year, and I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but it will be publishing the game in South Korea and Taiwan. Okay, August it was announced. The game would be hitting the Western markets in 2012. And that particular map looks like a Battlefield 3 map. Okay. So there you go. Something else to... It looks like we got a lot of games coming out this year, doesn't it? A lot
Finally.
of semi-decent games.
I feel like it's been a wasteland for a long time.
Well, it's still not as bad as, what was that, 2010 or 2011? That was one of those 2 years was a horrible year. We bought anything that came out. Okay.
Hey, we bought shit just so that we could say we were playing something. We were still gamers. I bought Stalker, for Christ's sakes.
What are we if we have nothing to play? It's our whole identity.
Okay, another one that's out there here is Planetside 2, which for a little while there I was excited to see that this game was coming out. Well, there's a whole 23 minutes of gameplay here that starts out very pretty, but then you can keep watching and keep watching, and I don't know. I don't remember what part of the video that I saw, but I started to think that this is like a tribes type game in a town like setting. And I don't know what was making me think that. Maybe I was watching a completely different video. Is this the right video? No, this is Warface.
That still looks like the Crisis thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is it. Okay, so I'm just skipping ahead looking for some actual gameplay, and there you go. So now you kind of see it. It looks like almost like a futuristic kind of Tribes type game. Well, I guess Tribes is futuristic too. It's just different. A lot of neon in this one. Yeah, is this Halo? I know. It's. I don't like Tribes. I don't like that sort of like so many people are going to snipe you before you even spawn kind of game, and that's what I kind of felt when I was playing Tribes Ascend, and I think that's how I'm going to feel if I try to play Planetside 2. But this is going to be one of those massively multiplayer online first-person shooters. And that's how this differs from Halo.
Like Firefall?
Like Firefall. Yeah. Except this one's probably going to cost you. It is Sony. Yeah, I know. There's some purple
I
in
never
there,
thought
isn't
of that, but there was a lot of purple and pink in Halo.
Halo is broadcasting the gay agenda.
Prince
Parade.
is a big fan. Set design by Prince.
Alright, so there's 23 minutes of this if you wanted to sit through this, but I didn't. Okay. And then jumping ahead to this image that did I skip over a topic? Yeah, I did skip over a topic, didn't I? I don't remember talking about MechWarrior. MechWarrior
I don't
Online.
remember talking about MechWarrior either.
Okay, well, let me talk about MechWarrior Online. If you're into mech games, that kind of stuff, this one is on its way. It is a true mech game. You are going to sit in the cockpit of a giant walking armored beast.
You said cockpit.
All right. So, I don't know. If it's free, I'll check it out. But otherwise, it's a slow FPS, and you have to sit there and kill somebody who can take a ton of damage. But you know what? Who wanted those futuristic arcade games? It was ABXY Ham, I think.
Yeah.
Ham wanted the up-to-date arcade games. Well, that's kind of what this is going to be like, because it's like the old Atari. It's Tank. I was going to say that, Tanks from ColecoVision, right? It's just got a new
Atari
interface.
Combat.
Yeah. Yeah, this does look like something that you can go into an arcade and play. It definitely looks that way.
I can't remember the last time I actually went into an arcade. Do they even still have them?
Yes, they do. Yep.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, they have them. Actually,
The
they have
boardwalk.
them. They're starting to create some indoor type things and try and sell them off to parents to bring their kids to. So it's this whole like indoor and
I Play America.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then they do have old school arcades at the shore.
Yes, they do.
I know New Jersey and Myrtle Beach had them too.
Mm-hmm.
With like Pac-Man and all that stuff. It's fun for about, 10 minutes, and then you're like over it.
Oh, right. I forgot about the theme restaurants that they try to sell to immature adults. Buster's or a big
David Buster's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that just makes me think of It's Always Sunny. That's why I'm laughing.
Yes, ski ball. No, that's a youth you can't relive. Okay.
Assuming
All right.
you actually want to.
Okay, Borderlands 2 is getting ready to make their sale of games. They want to push this thing out, and just as I said that, I was wondering when Borderlands 2 is due out, and I can't spell. Does anybody remember when Borderlands? Okay, September. It's due September of this year. So they're already announcing what they're saying are going to be their CEs, their collector editions. They have two kind of collector's editions coming out there. They have a deluxe of Vault Hunters collector's edition and the Ultimate Loot Chest limited edition, and a whole pre-order page which shows all these things. Premier Club gets special keys and special gun packs and character classes and all this kind of stuff. Bobbleheads. You know what I didn't do is I didn't investigate the prices on some of these. So, did anybody check that out yet? Because I'm going to go look right now. $150, there you go, for the Ultimate Loot Chest Edition. And what do we have over here? I can't click on that to find out, but I also can't figure out where to get it. Where do you find the other ones? That one was at Best Buy. So what is GameStop has no mention of it, even though they have a link to it. And it's also not listed. The collector's edition is not listed on Amazon, even though there's a link to it. So I don't know what. I guess they're both going to be $150. See, on one hand, I really like these little collector edition things that you get to play with and put on your shelf. On the other hand, I like the idea of just having this digital edition that I can install at any point without having to remember where the box is. No comments? No one cares? No one wants to play Borderlands 2? No one enjoyed the first Borderlands or gives a damn? Is that what's going on here?
Dad and brother will be all over this.
I like Borderlands. I'll check out Borderlands 2. I had fun.
They might do.
I don't really pre-order anything, though.
No.
Yeah. Okay. No pre-order. Gotcha. Okay. Let's talk about then something else. How about DLC? You guys enjoyed Serious Sam HD: The Second Encounter. How about paying $5 for some more of it? Anyone? No?
Was that what we played with Jinx?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid $5 for more of that. That was a fun game.
This one's called Legend of the Beast. Multiplayer is free now. Cool.
That looks like that one
boss,
area that we got into where... Oh wait, that was all of them. Where shit just kept raining down on us.
No, I know what you're talking about, though, where you turn the corner and there's an army of shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, this one's probably going to get right to that army of shit. It's going to...
Good, it was fun.
For $5, they're going to just bring it right to you. It's going to come with 3 new versus multiplayer maps and 1 new survival mode map, and it's going to have 3 new single-player and cooperative campaign missions. 3 missions. I don't know if that's the same as like one mission that plays right after the other, turning it into a campaign, or if it's like 3 different ones that you have to start up. But for $5, that sounds pretty good. Yes, Morphus, he is, and that's kind of who you're fighting after on this one. Okay. Going on to some what companies are doing this year. We have Origin. Yes, EA's Origin, and they're out there saying, you know what? If you guys over there on Kickstarter or whoever's out there, you know, possibly doing some indie games are interested, we'll waive the distribution fees if you come over to Origin and release your game here.
So
and make it so it has to install Steam.
No, Origin. So it's just EA poaching games again. That's all that is. They're basically getting... It's like, oh, we're going Kickstarter, so we don't have to have a publisher.
I wonder what the distribution fees are.
No idea.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, that means Origin is actually in trouble, right? Doesn't it? Because why else? When else?
No,
when
it's
else
just
does
they
EA
realised
speak
that a load of games are going to get published on Kickstarter without them getting any money.
Yeah.
No.
They're figuring out
we saw
that
that
we
at the
suck.
beginning anyways. They were trying to force an issue just so they could generate a revenue stream, and everybody is seeing it that they are just siphoning and skimming money off the top because what? Because their games aren't worth what they're trying to charge for them. So I don't know. Origin is a piece of shit. It's a horrible piece of shit software. At least Steam does it unobtrusively.
Mm-hmm. But if Steam wouldn't accept you, I guess Origin is the second best to me.
So everybody that goes to Steam and cheats and gets banned, gets VAC banned, they've all migrated to Origin.
There you go.
So EA is providing them an alternative. Come to Origin, because we don't know if you're cheating.
That might be very true, and we don't
No,
care.
I think that's true. I don't know
the way Origin looks at your PC.
Yeah.
Or we don't. Yeah, it's not that we don't know if you're cheating. We don't care if you're cheating.
We don't care.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it.
They know if you're watching too much TV.
Ham, those yes, I know. We know that there are others like GOG, Desura, Direct to Download, GameFly. Oh, I didn't know Direct to Download and GameFly are the same now, and even OnLive, sure. But those are not necessarily the ones that you immediately think of when it comes to downloading games. The one, first you're going to think of Steam, and if you think of any, the next one is probably going to be Origin, because I don't know anyone that has used Direct to Download. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I'm just saying I don't think I don't know anyone. And GOG is probably under that one. Desura, I don't even know which one that is. GameFly I would never go with, because GameFly is the rental system where you can get discs, and hopefully they actually have the game in stock, or they don't screw you by saying we sent you the disc, now you have to pay the game because you never got it because your mailman stole it. Or then there's OnLive, where you have to hope that you're streaming, that the OnLive servers are next door, otherwise it just doesn't work, kind of thing. So, yeah, all right. I'm not saying that the others are bad alternatives. I'm just thinking that to me they're under number 2. They're under Origin when I first think of a distribution service.
I think the only reason Origin has got any sort of a distribution or a base is because they've forced it. Mm-hmm. They forced you to have Origin to get Battlefield 3, which they knew was going to be a big title. They forced you to get Origin to get Star Wars: The Old Republic, which they knew was going to be a big title. Other than that, EA has got shit on Origin.
I agree. Absolutely.
And I think if it wasn't for those 2 games, Origin would have hit the iceberg and sank a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only 2 games I ever use it for.
I played Mass Effect.
Yeah, now Alice 2 now, but when Alice first came out, I got it and played it on Steam. It wasn't till, I feel like, a couple months, last month or something, that Origin was like, finally, okay, here's Alice, which you own already.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody miss hearing about these 2 guys from previously from Activision, ex-Infinity Ward, Jason West and Vince Zampella? Because if you missed, there's still more. There's still more to talk about.
There's always more to talk about.
So here's one now, because I kind of like this one, because it's quite possibly a kick to the groin of good old Bobby Kotick.
I'm not sure about this one, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's quite possibly that Zampella and West paid off this Finati guy who used to work in the Activision IT. He worked on the computers down there in the slums of Activision, and and what was going on is he says that his boss came to him and says, Bobby, meaning Bobby Kotick, will take care of you. What I want you to do is I want you to figure out how to tap into West and Zampella's email and phone and all that kind of stuff, and get me all the stuff that's going on with them. Bobby will take care of you, so don't worry about anything going wrong here.
I like that because it implies that they're like some sort of mafia-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him an offer he can't refuse.
And so this suddenly
Activision was trying to collect evidence, and my guess is that it was probably founded that they had a reason to have this guess about these two clowns. I'm not tooting an EA horn. I'm not tooting an Activision horn here at all. But if I've got an employer or an employee that I think may be taking my trade secrets and my resources to another company on my time, then I'm going to launch an internal investigation. And that's all this is. This is someone was told to launch an internal investigation, which by the is not what this portrays. This I think this is somebody in Zampella's camp is running a publicity feed here to try and put a spin on it.
I think so.
And
here's the reason why. What the hell kind of IT person can't figure out how to copy someone's email? How they can't put a forwarding copy of everyone's email in a company that is owned by this person, and they can't figure out how to do it.
And he has to contact. He has to contact
doing
Microsoft.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, Welshy. They should be doing. I can't believe Activision isn't doing this.
You should be making backups of everything that goes through in and out of your system anyway.
Yes.
Particularly a game studio.
Particularly a game studio that is publicly traded on the stock market.
You're
going to tell me that?
No, I don't know.
You know who's lapping this story up? The people that are lapping this story up is the fanboys on consoles that don't have the thought process to realize, you know what? This is a little shady. This is a little fishy. They're like they're all about they're all in the West Zambella camp, and they're all over the new EA title that's going to be coming out from Respawn. They're the ones that are lapping this up. Everybody else is thinking, this doesn't quite sound right.
No.
So I think this is just someone's out there rattling trash cans in the back alley, just for the sake of rattling trash cans. I mean, they Activision did release a payment to the former employees of Infinity Ward, but not to Weston Zampella. So.
Well. Somebody broke a contract.
As I say, the other employees didn't.
Yeah.
Right. Break the contract, you're no longer, obligated.
I wonder if Grant Collier just got tired of working beside these two bungholes.
Who is said to have such an ego that they would not fit in the same room as some of the guys from Epic.
Oh god. Cliffy B would need an entire orchestra concert hall just for his ego.
Put them two and Cliffy B in the same room, and then throw what's his fucking face from Gabe Newell.
Oh, Gabe Newell.
Throw old Gabe in there, he'd have a snack. Nom 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 nom.
He'll eat his way out. Yes. Oh boy. All right, another one. And I guess according to the image, I'm supposed to go to this one and not that one. I don't know which is next. What's the topic in the next one?
8-bit video game.
Okay, so I don't have a picture of 8-bit, do I? I do, but it's not showing. Oh well. So 8-bit, yeah, Community. I don't know if anybody out there actually watches this Community show. I watched it for a little bit, and then I stopped because it was
Oh, the NBC?
Yeah.
That show? Okay. Community, okay. With Joel
Community.
McHale and Chevy Chase.
Yep, the one that takes place inside of a college, a community college, which is why it's based on Community. And, the one where every now and then Chevy Chase's phone calls get released to TMZ or something about how rude he is, or how rude they are to him, or both ways, I don't know. Anyway, they're going to do a whole episode series. I think it's going to end up being like 3 shows or something, but They're going to do a series where they have to go into this 8-bit world to solve the problem.
Well, I hope they do it quickly because I think they got canceled.
Did I? Probably right after mentioning this, because it's such a ridiculous idea. Here's the trailer for it.
Which one is me? I assume nothing because I'm not racist.
Aww, we're adorable. Why did this thing take photos if it was going to completely fabricate random body shapes?
That's what I'm saying. My hair looks good though. Orange button is jump. Which guy am I? There's a door here. Peace. Love.
What's that?
I think it's a hippie. Peace.
So, I don't know if I could watch a half hour of this.
No, it does
With
seem
these
like
voices.
tragically unfunny.
Mm.
Say wait.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'll save you, Annie. Oh, sorry. Trying to...
Oh, a hippie zombie.
Jeff, you just murdered Annie.
Well, better than doing nothing.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. So if
Oh,
you still
glad that's
play-
over.
If you
That's like one of those. It's like one of those YouTube videos you see where people like just commentate over and try and make it funny and don't.
It used to be a good show, Community. It was actually funny, but I feel like they got a little, kind of the same thing with 30 Rock. They got a little too wrapped up in their own inside jokes all the time and didn't translate to a broader audience. They kind of got weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this caters to the audience of anybody out there who's listening to the show and currently still playing their Nintendo 64.
I'm considering it.
It's got more computing power than your EEPC.
Yeah.
My laptop does, yeah.
Yeah.
My phone does.
All right, we got a little, I don't know, op-ed piece or whatever it is. Somebody out there looking for something to write about, so they wrote an article about, is this the last hurrah for game expos as we know it?
No.
You know what? It's probably because the only expo they've ever been to was E3, and they went last year, and yeah, it kind of sucked. But E3, yeah, we know. They killed E3. They said, guess what?
Yeah.
No more booth babes, and they said, guess what? No more media. Even though it's a media show, you know what? Let's just have everybody go to a hangar on the airport, or find or have their own hotel room, kind of weird
Those
thing.
are called
go
rave
on.
parties.
And then
Make
they
it
try
a
and bring
nerd
it.
orgy.
They try and bring it back, and it just doesn't work. It's not what it was anymore. So yes, and then if you read this article, they center it around THQ. Well, THQ is a failing company. Didn't they just go bankrupt or something? Or I don't know what's going on with THQ.
Yeah, but they're saying that's the final nail in the coffin.
Oh,
So I read
THQ
this and I was
carried
like,
it.
you know, it's this whole article's another. Your comment summed it up entirely. Let's write an article because we need to write an article. And you know, is this the last year for game expos? I think so. Why? Well, because last year sucked and there's nothing really coming out this year. Okay, true.
Disagree.
But is it the last year for gaming expos? No. It might be the last year for E3, which you guys killed 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And what? You're just realizing that now that there's some repercussions to this?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Look
It
at
wasn't
PAX.
E for everybody anyways.
I went to PAX for the first time last year, PAX Prime, and I thought it was absolutely amazing. And I wasn't the only one, based on ticket sales.
Yeah.
This year, 48 hours, every ticket sold.
Less than 48 hours, every ticket for PAX Prime sold out. So how is that the last hurrah for a games expo? It's the last hurrah for your E3 that you guys killed a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then thought, what did we do?
All right. So, there's some inconsistencies there. We only have a couple minutes left, and I actually do have, I have 1.5 articles I could talk about.
Well,
I came across this one here, this video game high school thing, which is, I watched the whole thing, but it was pretty confusing, to be honest.
just like high school.
It was actually a little it's called Episode 1, so there's going to be more episodes of it, and it was it was sort of like a little show of sort of some FPS gamers, and there was some things that were kind of out of place and some things that were interesting, and like I said, I did end up watching the entire thing. Okay, all this intro is literally the intro to the logo of the making of this.
Oh God.
The production company logo?
I guess the Video Game High School. Alright, so it's a whole kind of idea that they're in a video game, but they're seeing it from a realistic point of view. And they're in a clan, and they're waiting for their one clan member to finally make it home from school to get in there, and then the clan member has some chores to do, so he's AFK for a while, and, you know, stuff like that. And then they have a Vitality kind of... Right? Wasn't that his name, Vitality? I don't know, the one super shooter guy, and... I like this! The introduce him to a couple bad gamers. He's wearing 3D glasses as if it's the 50s, and he's drinking milk.
What do you guys want already?
How is it these people are able to rent airports to film on all the time?
Fatality, thank you. Okay, so then this is a show, and it was annoying to watch, so I'm not going to watch it again. But it's something odd that's coming out, and it's this whole whole YouTube thing based on that Freddy something who keeps doing these little short videos on games, I think, and now somebody else wants to cash in on the idea. Well, not literally, because I don't think any of these people are making any money on it, but they are probably making a nice little portfolio for themselves for the future video producers and directors and stuff, which is cool. Alright, I guess that's it. Anybody else have anything they want to bring up?
What's your half topic?
Oh, I came across something else that I thought was interesting, and it's only because it actually kind of semi-relevant to me. There is a game company out there that is putting together some games, and it's specifically for stroke victims. And those of you who don't know, my mother did become ill recently, and it's because she did have a stroke. So I am going through some of that kind of stuff right now. So I came across this article and noticed that this company is out of Newcastle University, has been awarded £1.5 million from some sort of Health Innovation Challenge Fund in order to create a game to help people regain the function of those limbs that are weak or kind of lost based on that. And so with this game, which can play on a PC, and I don't know what if a console, if any kind of console, but probably on a phone or something like that, and it makes you use your limbs more, so it does have to do with motion control and help you through practice and through repetition to regain more control over those limbs. And they're trying to make it fun at the same time. Although I guess you're going to have to be a fan of the circus, because this one's called Circus Challenge. I did contact them to let them know that I have a possible person who is interested in beta testing, if they have any beta testing going on. Because my mother is a gamer. She was a gamer. She used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead, and she was originally addicted to EverQuest for a while. And that's when I broke her off of that and got her into Left 4 Dead and some. She was playing some Tom Clancy titles and some stuff like that. So I thought that this would be a good game or a good idea for her to check out. And that was my half topic.
Cool.
Oh, you guys don't have a link because I didn't put it in the actual topic. So here's a link for anyone that's interested to find out more about it. All right. So, anybody else?
And it's my brother's birthday today, so happy birthday, Dave.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
I thought his was on the 23rd, but okay, happy birthday, Dave.
No, his is the 20th, yours is the 24th, so happy birthday to you as well.
Yes, my birthday's this week. Yep.
Should we sing you happy birthday?
Yes, you should.
No.
Thanks. No. I'll buy you a beer at PAX.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that, definitely. But PAX is a little bit of ways. May, June, July, August. 3 months waiting for that beer.
Well, it's not like you're not allowed to have beer until then.
No.
No, you must save yourself and your beerness. You too, Welshy. No more beer.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
Welshy will be like Gollum by the time PAX comes around. Paris is precious.
No, I couldn't do that. We discovered pictures. We discovered pictures the other night. That's not going to end well for me.
You discovered pictures?
Yeah. Well, we don't really have pictures over in the UK. We don't really do that. You just get it on tap.
Really?
Go order a team picture.
A what?
Go order a team picture.
A team picture.
Seriously, that's like 4 pictures in one picture.
And don't be afraid to order a picture of anything, because here in the States, pictures aren't limited to just beer.
Hey, you can order a picture of rum and coke or whatever you want.
Yep, anything. Yeah, picture of margarita, picture of sangria, picture of whatever you're in the mood for. One of each.
I'll have a picture of tequila straight up, because this is not going to end bad. Stop drinking.
So I'm looking for a comparison picture of a pitcher versus a team pitcher, but I can't find one. Oh well.
You should get one of those, like, don't they have it like Applebee's or something? One of those glasses that you set on the floor. That like you gotta like but you gotta like hold it up like this to drink from it.
Oh yeah.
But classier because it's at Applebee's.
All right. Anyone? Got anything else? Nothing else?
Nope.
All right. Then it is time, well, for lunch for me. Perhaps breakfast for some of us, some others here. Sorry, Welshy. Welshy, are you doing all right getting up early? Instead of like having dinner or supper, with this, you're now getting up for breakfast and having a show. It's got to be completely different.
Yeah, I'm still waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But I'm sure it'll balance out eventually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess I will find the ending of the show and then try and handle it here. I want to thank our hosts for taking the time out to chat today. I want to say thank you to Welshy for making it in here with his EEPC. Thank you, Welshy.
No problem. It is getting very hot.
Oh. Okay.
Okay then. Next topic.
Stryder, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's always an adventure.
And thank you for posting. Well, that was I don't know who posted the show notes today. Whoever did that. Thank you very much.
That was Welshy.
It was me.
Thank you, Welshy.
I was gonna, but he started posting it, so it's like, all right, suffer, bitch.
All right. And GameKat, thank you very much for joining us today.
Anytime.
All right. So until next week, I want to thank you, the fans of MODSonair.com, and the subscribing members of MODSonline.com for making this show possible. And tell your friends about us. You can all get together and we can all have fun. Have fun, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@MODSonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.